Hello everyone and welcome to another video, and welcome to Stefan Dabrowski episode 3. At the end of episode 2, our man was starting his journey to Ireland and Denise was about to head off to the post office to get her passport form. "I arrived Ireland already," he said, on the 24th of June, late in the evening. Denise had gone to bed. "Good morning," she said the next day. "I hope you had a good journey. Are you in Cork or are you on the rig now?" "I'm currently in Cork," he said. This was Saturday morning. "Going on the rig Monday. How are you doing, hun?" "I've never been to Cork," said Denise. "Will you get time to look around over the weekend?" "Not really, hun," he said. "Just need to get ready to go on the rig." Another sign that you're talking to a scammer, because if you had 2 days in Cork, I'm sure you'd have a look round. "It can't take you 2 whole days to do that," said Denise. "All your things are packed away. I think Cork is supposed to be a lovely city. It'd be a shame to be there and not get to look round." "Yes, it is," he said, "but I just can't. But just been a little stocked here having meetings. How have you been doing? And what are you doing?" "What a shame you won't get time to see Cork," said Denise. "I've just come in from the garden. I need to change my bed and put some washing on." "Just here at the Airbnb," he said. "Not getting ready in going to the ocean," whatever that meant. "Why aren't you getting ready?" said Denise. "Just having a meeting with the Chinese investors and finalising things and my roles," he said. "OK, sounds important," said Denise. "Yes, it is, hun. How's your day been?" "Didn't I just tell you?" said Denise. "I've just come in from the garden. I'm going to change the bed and then put some washing on." "OK, hun," he said. And then he called her. Hello, darling.
Hi, darling. How are you doing?
"I'm fine. I was just coming downstairs with an armful of bed linen when you rang."
Oh, I thought as much. I figured out you were busy though about.
"Yeah, I've just changed the bed. I always do my washing on a Saturday if I can."
Oh, that sounds good. How are you doing, though? How's the day been?
"It's fine, thank you very much. How was your journey to Cork?"
Oh, it's so stressful, but I'm finally settling.
Why was it stressful?
Oh, the long flight. You having a jet lag,
All
and
right.
it's a different weather. It's also a different time zone. So I've just got to let my body get used to it. Actually,
That's true. Jet lag's not much fun, is it?
no, not at all.
But where
It's
did you
not.
fly from? Is there an airport in Phoenix?
No, I fly from Texas. Remember?
Oh, yeah, I beg your pardon. Why was I thinking Phoenix? Arizona, Texas, they're the same to me. I don't know. Yeah,
No,
yes,
it's
I'm
actually
sorry.
it's actually different.
Yeah. Well, they're all hot and they're all in the south. What do I know?
Yeah, it's quite hot,
Yeah.
like the weather and stuff like that. So what did you do today?
I told you, haven't I told you twice already? I was outside in the garden.
Well, maybe to me at times that just sounds so basic, and I'm always like, oh, maybe she did something else.
Well, what else do you think I could do? I've been doing the gardening. I did a bit of cleaning. I did some washing up. I've just changed the bed. I've already put one lot of washing on.
Oh wow, are you always alone in the garden?
Am I always alone in the garden? What a strange question. Do you think there's kind of peeping toms that come and watch me when I'm in the garden or something?
No, not even. I mean, like, do you get to do your works yourself? Do you get to work in the garden yourself?
Oh, yeah, I don't have a gardener.
Or
My son sometimes does work. Usually my son and my grandsons come on Saturday morning, but they didn't come this week because one of my grandsons was playing in a football match somewhere else. And usually Ian does mows the lawn for me.
Oh well, that sounds good.
So did you fly direct to Cork or did you have to change somewhere?
No, I actually had to change. Yeah.
Oh, right. So that makes it an even longer journey, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, where did you change?
You said what?
Where did you change?
I changed in Dublin, actually.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I did. So you said you've never been to Ireland before?
No, I haven't.
Wow. Why?
What do you mean, why? I just haven't been there. Have you been to Ireland before?
No, well, this is my first time.
Yeah. Why?
This is my first time. Have you ever been to Wales?
Oh yeah, I've been to Wales lots of times, yes.
But all your life, you've never been to Ireland.
No, and all your life you've never been to Ireland. It's an amazing world, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just curious because it's all in the United Kingdom. Remember?
Well, yeah, I know it isn't actually. Southern Ireland area is a separate country.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds good, though. It sounds good. At least we're in the same time zone now, and from tomorrow I'm gonna get the work started. But once I'm on the ocean, nothing really changes. I can still text and talk.
Right, so you're going to be on. So you're going to the rig on Monday, and you'll be
Yeah, I'm
there
gonna
for
be
3 weeks. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
So once I'm on the ocean, like I said, nothing really changes. I can still text and talk.
Okay. Well, that'll be
Yeah,
nice, won't it?
yeah, that's true. That's true, though.
Won't you be very busy if you're trying to get all that work done in 3 weeks?
Yeah, I'll be very busy, but I'll still try to get some time to text and talk to you.
Yeah. Oh, I went and got my passport form on Friday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got it in the post office. And I had some photos taken because they've got one of those photo booths there, the sort of thing where you can get your passport photos taken.
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome, actually. How much did you get it for?
What do you mean, how much did I get it for?
I've heard it cost quite some amount. I mean, like it's not free. Am I correct?
It's £85, darling.
How much?
£85?
Oh, okay, that's not much.
Well, I thought it was a lot of money, but there you go. It'll be worth it, won't it?
No, that's not a lot of money.
Oh, sounds it to me. Just for a little book with your name in.
Well, remember what you can do with a passport. Don't forget that.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, you don't have to forget that though.
That's true.
So that's actually what really matters. But it's going to be in the same time zone now. I'll just go try to get some rest now. And we're gonna talk later, or if not, we're gonna talk tomorrow. And once I get on the ocean, but that's by the way though. But I'm gonna let you know what's happening and everything that's going on here.
Okay.
Yeah,
How'd you get to the rig? How'd you get to the rig?
Are you gonna be using? I'm gonna be using on the helicopter.
Oh, right. I wasn't sure if you used a helicopter or whether you went on the boat.
Like from here, from Cork, there's a helicopter harbour.
All
So
right.
from there, we're gonna be flying to the rig.
All
That's how it
right.
works, basically.
All right. I've never been on a helicopter. Sounds exciting.
Yeah, so that's how you actually get on an R rig, though.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just it, honey. So I'm gonna let you know what's happening. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll talk later. We're gonna catch up later.
Okie doke then. Well, enjoy the rest of your day in Cork.
All right, honey, and you too. Bye for now.
Okay then. Bye for now. Hi, hun, he said on Sunday evening. How's your day been? Horrible, said Denise. I have a horrible stomach bug. Well, I really did. And I was supposed to be going on holiday the following day with some friends. I stayed at home, making videos. Oh, why is that, though? He said. What kind of question is that? Said Denise. I mean, what's the cause of that? He asked. I've got a virus, said Denise. I think I'm going to go back to bed. Did you use any medications yet? He said. Denise had disappeared. Hi, hon, he said the following morning. On my way to the rig now. Good morning, she said. Have a safe journey. I'm feeling better today. My daughter's invited me to go and stay with her for a few days on Wednesday. Okay, honey, he said. Have you arrived at the rig? She asked. Yes, I did, he said, and sent her a photograph and a video of some men getting into a helicopter. The photo I will be able to take prior to work actually getting started, he said. And before I read out what Denise said, let's have a look at that photo. Remember, he's in Cork, he's catching a helicopter, and he's going to an oil rig. And if we zoom in to the left-hand side here, I don't think it's difficult to see that that's a boat, and there's a man steering it. Denise, of course, did what I've just done, what I always tell you to do. Do your homework when they send you these photos. The weather on that boat looks lovely, she said. Yes, it is, he said, completely missing the fact that he wasn't supposed to be on a boat. Now, need to get busy with work, hun. OK, she said. I guess you're going to be really busy while you're on the rig. Hope it goes well. Can I speak to you when I'm at my daughter's? I'm sure she'd love to talk to you. You can call me, he said, when you're by her place, and hopefully I'm available and not busy here on the rig. Yes, we hope so too, mate. Hi, hun, he said the next morning at some unearthly hour that Denise doesn't acknowledge. Well, I don't. Everything's been going good here, he said, and now intend getting started with the day's job. How you doing, though? Feeling a lot better than I was, said Denise, but still feeling a bit unwell. I thought you did say you'll call me when you're by your daughter's, he said. Yes, I will, she said. She's coming to collect me tomorrow. Collect you? He said. Are you both going somewhere? I told you. I'm going to stay with her for a few days. She lives in Brighton, said Denise. Oh, I kind of forgot, he said. Been working here on the ocean. Gets to you, LOL. He's been there for all of 48 hours. My bad, darling. It's okay, she said. I'm sure you're working hard to get everything done. Yes, darling. I need to get back to work now and inspect what the workers are doing. You know, those ubiquitous workers. Catch up with you later. Hi, hun. Good morning, she said on Wednesday morning. My daughter's coming to collect me at lunchtime. She'll probably bring me home on Saturday, I think. OK, honey, he said. Just been busy here at work. She's just rung, said Denise. She'll be here around 2 p.m. Would you like to talk to her when she arrives? I haven't told her about you yet. He ignored her. When Denise got to her daughter's, she said, I'm at my daughter's now. I told her about you. She isn't happy. She doesn't trust you. Perhaps you can talk to her later or tomorrow so she knows who you are. Will you be around to talk to Elizabeth this evening? She wants to block you, she said the following evening. I'm in a meeting currently, he tried. Why does she want you to block me? I told you yesterday, said Denise. She doesn't trust you, which is why I asked if you can talk to her so she knows who you are. I'll try my best being available tomorrow, he said. I've just been quite busy here, but I feel you can make your decisions yourself, and you can choose to block me. That should actually be your own decision. Of course it's my decision, said Denise. I told you she doesn't trust you. I hoped you'd be keen to show that she's wrong, but if you aren't, then I'm sorry. And yes, I will be keen to, for sure, he said. We still have a long way to go. You could have easily just told me to talk to her just before I got on the rig. I beg your pardon, said Denise. Do you think I'm psychic or something? I told you she collected me yesterday, and that's when I told her about you. I don't have a crystal ball. I didn't know she was going to say that. Oh, didn't know, hun? Well, over the past days, I'm sorry. Just been so busy, he said, because he knows that if he talks to Elizabeth, she's going to spot that he's not American or Polish. Plus, said Denise, I asked if you'd like to talk to her when she arrived. You didn't answer me. Didn't know what? That I'm not psychic? Will you talk to her, please? Yes, tomorrow, for sure, he said. OK, I'll tell her that, said Denise. She's going to take me back home on Saturday. What time will you be around to talk to my daughter? Said Denise. On Friday? I guess you don't want to show her that you're trustworthy, she said. And then later that day, oh dear, I guess Elizabeth was right. She said, don't believe him, Mum. I guarantee he won't talk to me, 'cause I'll know he isn't American. I was hoping she was wrong, but she wasn't wrong. Goodbye. I'm sorry you turned out to be a scammer. I guess I should have realised. Scammer? Said our offended scammer. Hun! Huh! How am I a scammer? Because I've been busy here, or because your daughter said so? You didn't talk to her, said Denise. If you were really interested in me, you'd have made time to talk to her. You'd have wanted to talk to her. You'd have been happy to talk to her. You'd have been keen to talk to her at the first possible opportunity. But you didn't do any of those things, so it's obvious she's right. I'll be here for another 2 hours. If you call before I leave, you can speak to her and show her she's wrong. But I know you won't do that, 'cause I know she's right. And then, in reply to him saying, how am I a scammer? Because I've been busy here, or because your daughter said so, Denise said, because you ignored me. You've ignored her, so you don't have to speak to her. Not because she said so, and definitely not because you've been busy. Our man realised that his scam was about to go down the pan and tried. "Can I call you now?" "Yes," said Denise. "Let me go and find Elizabeth." "OK, she's here." "I can't change her mind," he said, "on what she thinks on me. I only want to talk to her because of you. That's all." "She's here," said Denise. And so, although for some strange reason it doesn't show on the screen here, he called her. "Hello, darling."
Hello.
"Hello, darling. Elizabeth
Hi,
wants... Elizabeth
how
wants...
are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Elizabeth wants to talk to you.
Okay.
Come over here, darling. Come and sit beside... Mum, come and sit beside me, Mum. Mum, come and sit here. There you go.
Okay.
All right. Okay, hello. Well, I understand you've been talking to my mother.
Hi, Elizabeth. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you very much.
I'm doing good. She told me tons of things about you. She was like, you didn't trust me and thereabout.
No, I don't. Well, tell me where you claim that you come from.
Well, basically, like I said, I'm originally from Poland, but I moved to the United States permanently about 10 years ago.
Then why do you not have either a Polish accent or an American accent?
Well, like I told her, there's been a time I've always gone to the United States back and forth, and there's been a time I also lived in England.
How long did you live in England for?
It wasn't much, it was just for about a year or thereabout.
And how old are you?
Like I told her, she knows already. Right now I'm 63 years old.
So you're 63 years old, you don't have a Polish accent, you don't have an American accent, and you claim that your accent changed when you lived in the UK for 1 year. How stupid do you think I am? You might be able to fool my mother, but you can't fool me.
Just listen to me. This is no rocket science, okay? So what accent do you think I've got?
I think you've got a cross between a classical received English accent and a Nigerian accent.
Nigerian?
Yes. Which is obviously a country that you know very well, isn't it? Because you know very well that you don't have a Polish accent and you don't even have a remotely American accent from anywhere in the States. And you might fool my mother, but you're not... Darling, come on. He's trying to explain to you how... Mum, can't you tell that he hasn't got an American accent? Oh, come on, Mum. So you've upset my mother now. She's crying. Even she can tell you don't have an American accent. Faced with the truth, our man left the call. Now, those of you that have been on this channel for a while, tell me this isn't Alistair Leslie. "Please leave my mother alone," said Elizabeth, after the call had ended. "You're a vile excuse for a human being, preying on trusting old ladies. How dare you?" "Huh?" said our offended scammer. "I'm just glad she told me about you," said Elizabeth. "Goodbye." "Preying on older women? Please kindly block me then," he said. "Your wish is my command," said Elizabeth. "Consider yourself blocked and reported." But I thought twice about that. So, somehow, Elizabeth failed to do that. "I've got nothing to prove to you," he said. "If you don't trust me, can't believe you lost me just because of what your daughter said. Well, it's your choice, darling. Good luck, then," he said. "Hello," said Denise later that day. "Elizabeth didn't block you because her phone rang. Please tell me she's wrong. I'm so upset." "I'm more upset," said our juvenile scammer. "Just for no reason. She made a decision. I was trying to scam you." "You didn't even try to help," said Denise. "You had days and days to call and talk to her, but you didn't. Stopped acting like a baby. I don't like men that do that. And instead of telling me why she's wrong, all you're going to do is act all hurt and offended." And I'll add on Denise's behalf, "Oh, diddums." He tried calling her a couple of times. "I'm sorry I missed your calls," she said. "I didn't turn on the iPad this morning. Will you come to Guildford when you've finished in Ireland, so I can meet you and see that you're real?" "Yes, definitely," he said. "We had plans for all of this, till your daughter told you I was a scammer and I wasn't real. Wish we'd done a video call before I got to the ocean." "So do I," said Denise. "But it's only another 2 weeks. Then you can come here." "How have you been doing lately?" he asked. "I'm still upset that it took you so long to talk to Elizabeth," said Denise, but she'll understand when you come here. I thought you'd be really happy to talk to her instead of acting like a child and blaming her for being cautious. How's your work going? I had an accident, he said. An accident? Said Denise. Oh no, what happened? Are you all right? And so he sent a photograph of someone's hand with a cut on it. Oh dear, said Denise, I'm sure you'll live. No, I'm actually losing a whole lot of blood, he said, and need to fly a doctor out here to the ocean. Oh dear, said Denise, I thought doctors were on land. You mean you have a medical ship? Because I misread that. Hope the doctors managed to put a plaster on your hand by now. Are you going to sue them for lots of money? She asked. There is a little complication going on, he said. The Chinese people are a bit weird, and any injury on here is to be taken care by me, with apologies to any Chinese viewers I might have. Yes, at the end of this, I will be suing them, he said. Ask one of your colleagues if they have a plaster you can use, said Denise. I thought you were in Ireland, not China. I'm in Ireland, he said. The investors are Chinese. And so she called him again. And as you can see, their relationship took a total nosedive.
Hello?
Hello, I am here really. Sorry, my neighbour literally just knocked on the kitchen window as you were calling to deliver me some strawberries she's just picked.
Oh, that's awesome. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you very much. So what did you do?
Sure.
What did you do to your hand?
Oh, I hushed myself. I was actually inspecting what the workers were doing, and one of the equipment actually sliced my hand.
Can somebody lend you a plaster to put on it? I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure, but I'm definitely gonna sue those guys. I'm gonna sue them for sure.
All right,
And moreover,
are you going to sue the worker who hurt you?
no, not at all. The investors themselves, because they're not providing any medical support here on the rig.
All right.
Yeah, so that's just why. How are you doing, though? How are you doing in general?
I'm fine, thank you very much. Yeah.
We actually haven't had a proper conversation ever since I spoke to you by your daughters. It's been a while I spoke to you over the phone.
No, we haven't. I was too upset that you didn't tell her all about yourself and just be acting like a baby.
Just listen to my point of view. How would you feel if you were in between working and the first thing someone says was, I think you're a scammer, without even a reason? And moreover, you've been stressed out from working. By the way, it's almost like I was trying to be deceptive, or I was trying to force myself to talk to you about it. I was like, oh, come on. It's not like I'm trying to force myself upon you or something. Really trying to build something, and she only came off as saying I was trying to scam you. So tell me why I've got no right to be upset.
Because a mature gentleman would firstly understand that if they contact a random lady online, their daughter's quite likely to think they are a scammer. That's a perfectly reasonable thing for her to think. And a mature gentleman would then have explained to her about his career, how he came to be in Ireland, and explained to her fully why she was wrong, rather than behaving like a toddler who's had their toy taken away and pretending that they're upset. Oh dear, how sad diddums. You behave like a child, don't you, a lot of the time? Is that why your wife left you?
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding, darling.
My wife never left me. For point of correction, I never had a wife. I had a partner who passed away.
Okay, well, that's probably why you've never had a wife, darling, isn't it? Because you behave like a needy child. I hope you're not going to behave like that when you get here. I hope you are going to behave like a mature gentleman. Oh, obviously you're not then. In that case, I'm not sure I want you to come here if that's your reaction. No, I definitely don't want you to come here if you've got nothing to say for yourself. If the only way you know how to act. Faced with the truth, our scammer left the call. That's why your husband left you also, right, he said, behaving like a child. You're blocked. My husband passed away, and he knew how to behave like a mature adult, said Denise. And then our lovely gentleman scammer blocked her. And that was the end of Stefan Dabrowski. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it, please share it, please comment down below, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in another video.